Hey everyone, the construction project on the camper continues this week. This is like stage 2 of the project.
Right.
And, we didn't know how long the project was going to be, but at this point, we're getting into things like spackling and washing and priming the walls and painting the walls.
Right. The part that we dreaded. Yeah.
And then we got into the countertops and we got into the caning of the cabinet doors. So a lot of good stuff, but it was a long project, and right in the middle of it, there was some long days. So we're just continuing on as we go. So this week we are continuing with the second phase of our camper reconstruction project. If you missed the big reveal, we will link that right here. And also, if you missed the first week of the project, the first phase, that is our last video, we'll put a link to that right here. And that way you can catch up and go see what the finished product looked like and go see what it took to get us to this point in the project as well.
Yeah.
So for the shiplap paneling, one of the big challenges is that the front wall of our camper is a curve, and getting that arc correct was the big challenge. So for the first wall, I used a piece of plywood that we had as a template. We just had that piece of plywood lying around, came out of the camper actually. And I carved that into the template and then kept refining the template until it fit the curve. I saw another guy do a video where he used foam board, and that probably would have been good because it's a lot lighter than holding a sheet of plywood up. But once I got the first one cut, then I could lay it flat upside down and use it as the template for the second one, including the windows. We're in luck. The windows on both sides are opposite from each other, so that's going to make the second one faster. Okay, day 12 starting on the camper. Yesterday, the kids did a lot of cleaning, vacuuming, trying to get some of the dust out so we can start prepping the walls by washing them down with TSP. And then I was working on getting these shiplap panels ready. Okay, day 12 update. Today we have been working to finish cutting out the shiplap paneling, and we will get it up on the walls here using liquid nails and RV staples. And then secondly, I marked where the studs were so that I would be able to staple them into the studs for good support. So we're going to continue here, day 12, getting this paneling up and then just some additional trim. Hey everyone, it's day 13 out here on the camper remodel. Today's goal, we are gonna just do some spackling of all the staple holes and a little bit of caulk, and just kind of a lighter day today. We did a lot in the last couple of days, so today we're hoping to just get some of that spackling and caulk done so that we can keep prepping. Okay, so one of the final steps to prep the walls for painting that we have researched is washing the walls, sealing walls, cabinets, every surface with TSP, and then rinsing it with clean water. So we are at that step now. We got ceilings, walls, everything. We're going over it, washing it down with TSP and finishing up with clean water. day 13 is at a close. We have made some good progress today. And the camper is pretty much ready for paint. Walls are prepped, spackled, cleaned up with TSP and water. So the next time we get to working on the camper should be in here taping and then painting. So pretty exciting. We'll keep you posted. Okay, day 13 update. We had a lot of taping of the walls, getting things ready to begin painting. So we are planning to spray the paint, so every surface has to be covered up nicely. So we're sealing off the windows, and we are taping all the surfaces, and then we will also cover the floors before we start spraying. So it's a lot of detail work here, getting everything covered up with plastic sheeting and taped up and ready to go.
Hi, this is Will on Adventures and Activities. We are currently taping down some paper on the slide.
Why?
Because we are painting.
And why do we want to put paper down on all the floor?
So we don't paint the floor.
Right, because the slide floor is going to get new flooring, but what about this flooring? We're keeping that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we don't want it damaged, right?
Not-
All right, here's our update. It's day 16. Yesterday, day 15, was priming. So we got out here. We previously spent probably a day or two taping everything, and now we've primed. And then today, day 16, I came back, sanded some spots, and we'll come back and do a second coat with the primer. Some spots needed a little bit of work, but overall the priming held up pretty well. Some of the woodwork we had to go back over, sand it up a little better. So today we'll do a second coat of primer, but mostly the walls did pretty well. A few spots the ceiling didn't do too bad, so pretty happy with the work, the coverage, and looking forward to getting on to painting coming up in the next few days. Hey guys.
Hi.
We're starting day 16 on the camper renovation.
Feels like it.
I know. Pretty exciting day. We are starting to paint. We've been doing all the primer. We got 2 coats of primer on.
Yeah.
Today the paint goes up, so we're pretty excited. That's a big moment.
Yeah.
And it feels good. This space behind us is so much lighter and brighter.
Feels bigger and taller.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we're super excited.
Yeah. Okay, it's day 17. We have taken the plastic and the tape and the paper off of everywhere. Everything has been primered and has 2 coats of white, including the ceiling. Hi, Kyle.
Hey.
This is the bunk room. I'm gonna switch this. Except for that cabinet right up there, which has just primer on it because it's gonna be painted a gray color.
Yeah.
You can see that does not go with the rest of the bathroom, so we'll have to address that, but everything else has been painted. Now, we learned our lesson, green tape versus blue tape. Blue tape does things like rips pieces of tape off, paint off with it. So green tape pretty much
think we're just super happy. It's so bright. This camper, you don't even recognize it's the same camper. The white is so clean, so bright, and then the black and the other colors that you put in are gonna bring a lot of warmth back into the
We
space.
still have a lot of work left, but this was massive. This was a
Big
massive
step.
change, and
Feels
it was
good.
a lot of work. Paint sprayer was the right decision, I think.
Yeah.
Instead of just doing paintbrushes and rollers. What else? What else would you do differently?
I don't know.
I don't know. It was the taping was a lot.
It was a lot of taping, but
The prep work is
I
a
really
lot.
think the sprayer just put the paint on real good. We bought good quality paint,
Yeah.
good primer, and it put it on well. So we're very happy.
Hopefully it'll stand the test of time.
That's right.
All right.
So I want to show you guys, Mary Kate had a pretty cool idea for the bathroom door, really for one of the doors, to just put kind of a custom design on it, make it a little less standard RV, put a little character to it. So this is pretty cool. She came up with this design, and then we're going to go ahead and paint the whole door white, and you'll see that in a minute. Here we are, the same door now primed. Looks really sharp, really nice touch. Very classy. Okay, so just an update. It's day 22 on the camper build. Today we are continuing priming the doors, the cabinet doors, and the big doors of the camper. Maybe we'll get to painting the doors today if the paint and the primer dry. And then yesterday and today we're working also on the butcher block counter. We made our first cut yesterday. We're going to dry fit that in the camper, make sure it's good, and then start the second cut. We have an L-shaped counter. So that's what we're gonna be working on today. Okay, so after we cut and dry fit the biscuits on the short side of the L, we're going to do the same thing, cut the long side of the L, and then we'll dry fit the whole thing together. Hey everyone, it is day 23 of the camper build.
Yes, it is.
Does it feel like more than that? So
Yeah, it does.
the last few days, the camper's back out at the storage lot, and we're working on things at home.
Mm-hmm.
What have we been doing?
A lot. We try to do as much as we can here because we can't always keep the camper here. So we've been doing things like measuring and cutting countertops. We've been painting all the cabinet doors. We've been actually getting a lot of deliveries for all the stuff that would have to go in to finish it all out, like cabinet pulls and sinks. What else? We have
Flooring came in,
so we're gonna have to measure and cut the flooring for the slide. We're not replacing flooring anywhere else.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. What else? I don't know.
I think that's it. I mean, so on the cabinet doors, just like we had to sand them all down. We did 2 coats of primer. We did sanding between that, and then we're doing 2 coats of paint on all the cabinet doors. And then we have some matting that we're going to do. We'll show you that here later on. Caning or matting, I'm not sure.
So we'd remove the glass.
Yeah.
Everywhere there was a glass insert in a cabinet door, we removed it because it was frosted and ugly and peeling anyway.
Yeah.
And so we're going to use woven like rattan caning instead.
Yeah, from what we've seen so far, it looks sharp. We're pretty excited to show you guys that.
Yeah.
So that's the doors, and then the hardware. We painted all the hardware that we were going to reuse. We painted black, and then, like you said, the new handles or poles came in. So we're pretty excited about getting those on after the paint is all dry.
Yeah.
And that'll be, and then that's it for the doors, and then. On the countertops, maybe you can see here behind us, we're working on the kitchen countertops, and we've started on the bathroom countertop as well.
Yeah.
They're both going to be wood, butcher block in the kitchen, and plywood in the bathroom. They're going to be stained the same, and then polyurethane for protection.
Yeah.
On the kitchen countertop, it's an L shape, so I'm going to be biscuit joining that, and then doing a Craig jig to hold it together, and then we'll go out and dry fit it again one more time before we start staining and polyurethaning. And then that flooring came in, so that's on the list too. We want to cut out the pieces. We saved the old carpet, used like a template, and then we'll put that in when we bring the camper home again in a few days. So again, a lot of this last few days has been just prepping stuff, so when the camper's back on site, we'll have real productive days.
Yeah.
Knocking it out.
Hopefully.
But you're getting a lot of your stuff in, like the style elements, I think. The decorations.
Right. So the bedding and stuff. So pretty soon we'll have to order things like mattresses and but kids have chosen their separate colors for their they're going to have all the same bedding, but we let them individualize with throw pillows and throws. So each kid's bunk will be a little bit of their own personality.
Yeah, so I think that and just other
lighting fixtures.
Doodads.
Yeah.
Lighting fixtures. Yeah, lots of good stuff. So it's pretty exciting to be done with demo. The paint made a huge difference, and then I think getting stuff like countertops up, doors back on, it'll just feel like it's coming together.
Yeah. Finally, we're turning a corner here.
Yeah, and then when we actually put furniture back, it'll feel real good.
Yeah.
So, okay, that's your update on day 23. Okay, so guys, I think it's day 24, and we're going to give you a little update. Some of the cabinets had glass in them, and we wanted to replace that glass. We didn't like that look, so we're going with this kind of caning, webbed caning material that we've never done before. So we're going to try it here. So we've never worked with this stuff before, but basically you cut the caning to length, and then you apply, you soak it in water for what, 15-20 minutes?
Yeah.
And then here we're putting down like a liquid nails construction adhesive around the seams of the thing, and then we'll finish it up with a staple gun.
And you work with the caning while it's still damp.
Yeah, you want it pliable. I'm gonna try like this. I don't know. We weren't clear on that, were they?
Sure, we're not.
So the caning is wet, so it's pliable. I'm gonna put a little more on this part. I feel like it's a little more pliable, and
this is the caning.
And then we'll show you after we get it in and settled the product, how it's gonna look.
And I think it's just rattan or bamboo rattan or seagrass rattan. You can just find it in rolls and sheets.
We got this off Amazon.
But I think like even Hobby Lobby and stuff, craft stores have it.
So when it's wet, they say then it'll shrink up and harden up as it dries. So you're putting it on wet, it's got some play to it, some flexibility, but it should dry up or firm up as it dries here in the, probably dry in 20 minutes or so.
And really you can see that when you receive it, it's obviously dry, so you can see what it will look and feel like when you get the roll in the mail or buy it.
One going in,
Well, let's trim it while it's still wet.
and we'll trim any excess off of it. And then the finished door, when it's all dry, we get a really nice caning, webbed caning that'll really highlight the white of the door, and it's going to look great with the other colors that we're putting into the camper.
So, as always, if you find these videos helpful or you just like them or want other people to know what we're doing, please like or subscribe and share these videos because we like to hear from you.
So in next week's video, join us. We're taking a little break from the construction to get out and enjoy summer with a quick trip to Six Flags over Georgia. And then the following week, we'll be right back working on the camper, trying to get this thing done before our big trip, which is coming up in the fall, which will be showing up in later videos as well.
Yeah, come on back.
My own web show, my own web show. Everybody wanna know my own web show. My own web show, my own web show. How will it go? My own web show, my own web show, my own web